Welcome back to the third episode of Semi-Foreign. We got John, myself, Abby, we got Badge over there, and Seats. And of course, I never forget our guest for today's podcast, the Janitor Meat Freak, Ryan.
Let's go.
Before we keep going, though, thank you guys for watching the last two podcasts. Hope you enjoy them. DMT frogs were pretty sick. So.
You talking about DMT?
Yeah, that was
frogs. Yeah, we talked about
video.
DMT.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
It was pretty sick, though. But I think we should probably start by breaking down your nickname.
Uh-oh.
So we got Janitor, we got Meat Freak.
Yeah.
Two different things.
Which one you want to start with?
Go with Janitor.
Janitor, okay.
Yeah.
So what's up with Janitor?
Past 3 weeks when working as a janitor.
Where?
Oh, where?
At Oshana Elementary. It's in Sellington.
That's a place?
Yeah. You know where I live? Like,
I've never heard of that either.
Yeah.
dude, I know it's mad.
Where is it?
It's mad low key.
Is it private?
Oshana?
Yeah.
Oshana.
I mean, you know, I don't know if you know where I live, but
Yeah,
you know where
I know where
live.
you live too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You take a right. You know the end of West Street? Oh.
It's just
Baba
no,
Booey.
it's cool. It's just
cool.
West Street.
No, it's
You
cool.
know, it's just
No, you didn't have to keep saying it, though. Dude.
It's okay. You just got a Baba Booey.
It's just gonna
Like,
be
it
Baba
doesn't
Booey. It doesn't matter.
Okay, whatever.
Okay,
that's
just
fine.
keep
But
going.
It's just a street in town.
We said our town name for like our first episode.
All right,
Alright.
we're chilling.
People
People could zoom in on Southington and see, oh look, there's West Street. Like
That is
Baba
true.
Booey.
Alright, so
Baba Booey.
you know that right before it ends, there's that single yellow blinking light?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
You
didn't grow up
literally turn left right there. That's Prospect Street.
We're chilling.
We're chilling.
We're chilling.
And
I've no
I'm
idea where you're talking.
breaking like every rule
Coming
already.
which-
Dude, it's been like 10 seconds.
Going
But I get demonetized.
coming towards my house or going towards the other end?
Towards the other end.
Okay,
You
so
just turn left right there, and it's literally like right there.
okay.
Is it private though? Or is
Nah, it's public.
Is it
it's
big?
part?
Really?
It's part of Sulington.
Is
yeah.
it big?
Is it like middle school?
No, it's
It's
elementary.
elementary.
It's like 300
So I was like,
kids. 300 kids.
Really?
Because it's part of Sulington. You know how you get those little ID badge, like all the teachers.
Yeah.
I got my picture
Let's
in
go.
Sulington Public
Oshana?
Schools.
You're feeling crazy,
Oshana.
right?
Oh, did it get renamed?
Dude, it must have. Like it used to be.
I think it's low-key Plantsville.
It was
yeah,
Plantsville,
Yeah,
It
Oh,
was-
there we go.
you
That's
said-
why.
yeah. They
Oh,
must have
God.
renamed
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Shut up, kid.
John didn't
It's-
grow up here.
Plantsville.
It's pretty
oh my
chill,
God.
though.
I used to go to Plantsville for Silver Star.
It's pretty chill. I know
That
it
was
sounds
wild.
bad, like, oh, you're custodian, you're that, but I make more than minimum wage.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
no,
no,
no
I
one's
mean,
saying that
no.
Respect the hustle,
janitorial
that's
job
exactly.
it's a bad thing. Respect all the janitors out there, bro.
Facts. Shout out to all the janitors, bro.
Shout out.
Keep
to
Janitors are mad chill.
So-
Keeping
I'm
our
saying.
shit clean,
The
bro.
janitor at our elementary school is a great guy.
Dude, remember?
Same dude.
Dude.
Same. The janitor at my elementary
You
school.
remember during
He was a
Halloween?
fantastic guy.
Remember during Halloween, he would put on like a Halloween mask and go up to the windows and
Oh
scare all the
yeah.
kids. Remember that?
He was like
so cool.
he's easily one of the best like characters at the,
He
at
would-
the school.
oh,
Yeah,
He was so
for
nice.
sure. For
Uh,
sure.
Baba Booey.
Well, what else? Were you
Wait.
considering anything else, or did it just pop up and you're like, okay? I'm doing
Well, before COVID hit, or no, I was actually during COVID. I worked like right next to there, which is the Summit.
this? Okay.
It's right there. It's a,
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
in like a elderly person home.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or there's
Yeah.
like a dementia unit too, or whatever.
Yeah.
One of
And I worked
I'll
in the
take it.
kitchen.
Yeah.
I worked in the kitchen.
So you're
For
saying
like-
you're a nasty cook?
I wasn't the cook. I wasn't the cook.
Imagine.
I was
Did
just
you wash
like,
the dishes?
yeah, shit
Yeah, I
like
did
that.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Exact same
And
thing with stuff.
Yeah.
and COVID hit, and I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to work here. It was like 3 days,
Yeah.
Nah,
and then I
makes sense.
quit, and that was minimum wage.
Wait, did you actually
that-
have to like wash the dishes like by hand?
Like half of them, and then
Because
throw
like
the other half.
the way we did it, like
it was beat, dude.
yeah, you're right. They just
It was
like
so beat.
toss
yeah.
like the food and then toss it to the
Yeah.
conveyor belt. So I have to empty the
But
plate. That's it.
yeah. So I quit that job, and I was door dashing for a little bit,
DoorDash is huge.
and I'm glad that happened because now I have this job, which is way better, and then DoorDash on the side. DoorDash is nice around here,
DoorDash is huge.
especially during
dude.
quarantine.
During
DoorDash.
COVID, so many
Oh my-
Is
people
it,
were
is it
DoorDash.
actually?
So many people
Oh, yeah.
were DoorDashing
I mean,
during
dude,
quarantine. It was
yeah,
crazy.
you get
And they were making mad money too. Like
I
there's
get,
good
I
money
get
in
the
it.
draw,
Yeah.
but I've always been like pretty cheap. So I'm like, dude, $8
Oh,
to get
no,
this
yeah.
delivered to my house when I
Yeah.
could just go drive for 2 minutes.
Yeah, I
grab
don't
myself?
like.
Yeah,
to,
there's
I
a
don't
lot
like
of
using
that's- it's
DoorDash.
for,
If
like,
you
it's
order
for-
DoorDash, there's like a lot of fees.
I did delivery.
Some people
dude,
just
there's like
don't
2
care,
minutes
like-
away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They
Oh,
just
yeah.
don't feel like leaving their house.
I mean,
Which is like
mad
It's
people are rich
convenient.
here, so
exactly.
they don't care.
Yeah.
That is That's
But-
true. It's nice though, cause like you get, spend gas. It's not a big deal though, and then you got wear and tear in your car, miles and that. But like, dude, it's nice around here.
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
nice.
So I was
100%.
considering doing with the lease car because like put the miles on the car, but then like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I still have 10,000 miles that I could use up in 3 months, and that's not gonna
No,
happen.
it won't.
want to take a
Oh,
road trip
no
to
way, dude.
California?
Not really, no.
Yeah,
we
Cali,
could do
bro.
one of those slingshot runs across the country in the Elantra.
I'm down, dude.
Yeah,
Send me
Milan,
foreign.
Milan.
Dude, you ever
Bro.
see one of those
In
slingshot
states across
cars?
the
They're
across
pretty
the country.
nuts.
The 3-wheel cars, those are crazy.
Dude,
Oh, that's
I
what
see
you're
them
talking
I
around.
was driving down Route 10 the other day, on my way back from picking up my suit, and the dealerships, in Plainville, they're on that long strip of Route 10.
Yeah.
Literally, there was one of those 3-wheel cars. It was like crazy colors, like it almost looked like chrome.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
they're so
And they
cool.
were just sitting out. It was just sitting out in the parking lot of the dealership. I was like,
You want
Yeah,
your
but if
hell?
you get in a crash,
it was
dude,
looking crazy.
if you get into a
dude.
crash, you're fucking dead.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean,
Like,
it's better
100%.
than a motorcycle though. Still,
Yeah, no,
True.
that's
True.
true.
Keep you in a place instead of your own flying.
Yeah.
Most
I don't know, I
people
feel like they're
are
mad
scared.
expensive though.
Oh yeah, they probably
For
are.
what they are,
Actually-
probably.
They probably are medic.
they
expensive.
they are
What-
they
what are they
start
called?
at 26.
Jamie, pull that up.
26.5?
Abby, pull that up.
Abby, pull that up.
They start at 26.5.
26,000.
Yeah, I mean
That,
it's meant
honestly-
as a toy though, so that is kind of expensive for a toy.
Yeah, true.
It's like an
But-
expensive
They're probably
Raptor.
not that fast,
Or not
though.
a Raptor. What are the Razors?
That's what it was called in GTA.
They're probably not that
Wasn't
fast.
it?
The Raptor?
No
The
way.
3-wheel car. It was called the Raptor, right?
Is
Oh,
it
I don't
three-wheel
know.
car in
I just
GTA?
said Raptor. thinking
Yeah.
I've never seen
Remember
Raptor.
the one I had? It was completely pink.
Yeah.
And I would whip that shit around.
But dude, I've been seeing these cars all over Southington.
The
I
Mercedes.
don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys see these.
I've seen a couple.
These are so nice.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Mercedes GT,
Hey, yo, Abby,
GTC, GT.
I've
Dude,
never
Southington
seen
has
one of
really
those,
nice
dude.
cars.
Oh yeah. No,
I've seen
dude.
like maybe 3 or 4 in Southington, and these are like
Yeah.
$120,000-$150,000 cars.
Yeah.
Jesus.
People
That's
are
why it's nice. DoorDash
I'm trying to get, like-
Because kids
Oh,
just
dude,
like,
I know.
Dude, if I had a
Kids
car
are
like
just
that,
like,
I'd go out of
giving
my
you
way
tips
to
for,
We
pick
like,
one.
gotta,
like
we gotta
$20
cut that
tips,
out.
bro.
You can't have people hearing you saying that, dude.
Why?
What do you say?
Because everybody wants a McLaren, dude.
Dude, yeah, but same, dude. I'm with everybody.
Dude, I did a DoorDash order and there was a McLaren in the driveway.
What
Dude,
color
I'm like,
is
what?
it?
damn, it was red. I'm like, damn, I'm about to get tipped a lot.
Is that?
Oh,
That's
that was
the
probably-
That's the guy we
Guy!
talked about on
What?
the first podcast.
We talked about him in the first podcast. He does like OnlyFans.
He does
or something
OnlyFans
like
and
that.
he's like a huge like.
What?
Yeah, that's
He's a
him.
But dude, it
social
was like a
media
normal
influencer.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No way.
I did
He has-
deliver it to him.
He also has an M4.
How much he gave you?
They
Oh
tip
no,
you
he
good?
didn't tip me extra. Well, no, because I was pulling up. And I'm like,
Damn.
damn, that's the house I'm dropping off to. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm about to get tipped so much.
Nah,
Nope.
dude, we
No.
still got the
Nope.
cheap kid mentality. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter if
Yeah.
you're making hundreds
He's
of
like
thousands.
probably 20 something. He's like 26, I think.
Yeah,
Well, that's what gets you rich in the first place.
that's true.
Mhm.
You don't spend
Count your
money,
pennies.
you automatically get richer than you were before.
That's right.
Elder
You're not
Flame,
wrong.
Relax, kid.
Oh
The
no.
more,
dude.
the more you know.
Baba
shop.
Booey.
I bought it yesterday. The Elder Flame Vandal. It was brutal, dude.
No.
Tough financial burden.
So Ryan,
Yes.
the meat freak.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we
Meat
hashed
freak.
out one. We hashed out the custodian or the
Yeah, yeah.
janitor.
Oh, you
So-
said meat freak? I thought you said neat freak.
No, meat.
meat
as in-
freak.
So Ryan,
Makes sense.
Ryan is a carnivore diet
That's
man.
right.
He's a pretty lean, mean fighting machine over here. That was pretty corny, but like, I mean,
Oh no,
he's-
Babu.
He's pretty,
Babu.
he's pretty built. You know what I'm saying? So, what is wrong with you,
Pause.
dude?
You
Oh, I
pause
didn't-
on that.
What is supposed? All right,
Dude,
listen.
I don't
Baba
know.
Booey.
This is just
Baba-
admiration. Okay.
Right.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Well. Okay. Then we're good. We're on the same page.
All right. Anyway, so Ryan is a pretty religious diet man. So Ryan, can you enlighten us about your diet here?
Yeah.
What does it mean to be a carnivore?
Get that schmeat.
Nice question.
Eat just meat.
Only
And-
meat.
Yeah.
But you eat eggs too, right?
Yeah, you could eat eggs. Or
And-
there's low carb. A lot of people go on low carb.
What do you do though? Do you do low carb or do you just literally
No,
go?
I want to though, cause people, like people go like endurance shit with no carbs, but you're not gonna beat any records pretty much. Like you need carbs for like fuel and shit.
Mhm.
Yep.
So
Get that rice going.
I don't know. I want to do that because I want to do some marathons and shit like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
I gotta
What
introduce
kind of
carbs.
marathon?
Like the
the one that
26.2
you
mile
run?
ones.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
What'd
there
you
could be
say?
like a triathlon or something, John. Like
Oh, yeah,
he doesn't
imagine
have to
that,
just
dude.
run. You know
Oh,
what I'm
dude,
saying?
no.
Do triathlon?
Hell, dude, I'm not ready for that. Dude,
Those are
I'm
wild,
barely
dude.
ready for a marathon, and then you got bike, swim, all this shit, and then you gotta do the marathon.
Yeah.
Hell no.
So
That'd
when did you like start doing this diet?
2 months ago.
Has it been?
I don't know.
I
Last
thought
time
it
I
was
saw you, it
way
was like
longer
40
than
days
that.
or
I
something.
feel
So
like
it's
you've been
definitely more
doing
than
it for a
that.
while.
Yeah, but when we go to Gumpters, that like the first time you went there.
Baba Booey.
It's been that's.
What? Yeah, but Gumpters not a real name though.
No.
No, my bad.
Spit water?
I'm breaking
Yeah,
like
he
every
spit
rule.
water.
Came
He
out.
was like
No,
Baba
no.
Booey, and it just
Oh.
shot out of his mouth.
They didn't cut that.
That's a
We're
clip
cutting
right
it,
there.
Don't
dude.
cut that.
Easy
Don't
No,
cut
we're
clap.
not
that.
cutting
Yeah, I'm
it.
breaking
Don't
like
cut
every
it.
rule out here.
We're not cutting
No, you're
it.
fine. You didn't do anything wrong.
Oh,
No,
It's just,
keep going.
it's just
It was a
Gumpters.
fake name.
You're
Yeah,
fake.
exactly.
No, dude,
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
it's Gunther.
Dude, yeah, you
Shit.
You
We
haven't
definitely
really
went
said
to-
anything wrong. You're good.
we definitely
Alright,
went to Gumpters a long time ago.
So that was
you,
like
you
a
have
month
to have
ago,
been
probably.
doing it for at least like
It's been a
3
minute.
months.
Wait, was that the Comet?
That's been
No.
Nah, you mean the one that we didn't see?
Yeah.
the comment that was there.
No,
but
that
But
was
then we
fun.
went to
Clouds.
Gumpters after the Comet.
We've been there multiple
A
times. after.
comet? What's the comet?
There was,
Yeah,
like-
John took us out
Yeah,
to
John,
Sunset
this
Spot to
whole
look at a
thing
comet,
just-
and it was just a bunch of cloud cover.
Yeah, it was
We couldn't
cloudy.
see it.
Okay,
You
it
couldn't
was
see the
there.
comet.
It was there, but it was like
Right,
behind
it
the
was
clouds.
there, but
I
we
mean, it
couldn't
was
see
it was there.
Did they
It
see
was
the
there.
We have to
As
ask
far
if they
as,
saw the
like,
comment,
you know,
John.
It's,
like,
it's a
maybe
thought that
like-
counts that we were there trying to
was-
watch it,
She's
but
like,
it
dude, you want
wasn't
to go
really
see
there.
a comet?
Dude, I can't even
We're
say
like,
I
yeah.
enjoyed your company while we were
Nothing.
there.
That's toxic.
Because I don't.
That's toxic.
Dude, you made him almost like crash his car, bro.
Oh
he-
my gosh.
He was yeah.
When
we
his
were like
parking
off-roading
brake-
the Infinity,
No, yeah,
bro.
it's because he had his parking brake
Wait, was
on
that
the
your
whole time.
is that your Civic?
Oh,
Remember
I forgot
that?
to take the
Yeah,
parking
that's
brake
new.
off. Yes. My parents are not gonna like that.
Feel nice about that.
When'd you get your new car?
That was like 2 weeks ago.
Ditch the Saturn.
Yeah,
Fucking
the Saturn-
300,000
the Saturn
miles.
is still
Rest in
kicking, right? 272,000 miles on it.
Dude.
It's
That's
still kicking,
nuts.
but
That's
every
insane.
dude, I swear
Did
to
it ever
God,
get an engine change?
No,
No?
no, dude. Like what? It's an 04, like 16 years.
Where is
still
it right
kicking.
now?
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's like parked right next to my car, but it was like on the grass because like
When you
right
walk
now?
by the Saturn, do you get like PTSD?
probably, dude. Every time I drive that car,
Can you
feel
still
like-
drive it?
oh yeah, it's still kicking. But like I feel
Oh my
like every time
God.
I drive it, it's like it sounds like a helicopter inside it.
Dude, you know what we
You
should do?
can't have
Dude,
conversation.
I used to be able to hear you like from 2 miles away when you were
Yeah,
when
when
you
I
were like
pull up,
pulling
it's
up.
just like,
There's
oh,
just
oh,
like
It's like almost as loud as like Sal's car.
Yeah, it's almost like you put an exhaust
In a
on it,
bad
but
way,
it's just a
though. In a
bad.
bad way.
I was gonna say you should drive it and just till it shifts the bed.
We should
but the thing
turn that
might blow
into
up on
the
you.
I feel
semi-four,
like
yeah.
I'm gonna die trying to do that.
yeah,
Right.
it's not even
real.
worth it.
It's
Nah,
not even
dude,
safe.
nah.
You said you bought
Not
your
at all.
car now though from your brother, right?
Yep.
How much did he give it to you for?
Like 22 or 50.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We should okay. So business pitch. We turn the Saturn into the semi-formal advertising mobile.
Dude,
Yo.
we should make
Semi-foreign.
it like a racer.
Okay, so
Formal.
The
He
thing is,
said semi-formal.
He put me on that.
like,
Too.
see, the thing is like I can't drive that car anymore because it's unregistered.
Dude, we
It
should,
could be registered in semi-foreign.
dude, we should turn it into a racer. Give it like a crazy exhaust.
Facts.
We could just boost it and then drop it to the ground.
I mean, how much we gotta pay for a new engine?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what people used to do with the old cars, bro?
Turn into
You know how when
electric.
you're like hiking up Sloper and there's just like car parts everywhere?
Yeah.
Because literally like
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago, up the Black Trail, there's
I did not know they were.
You ever see
there's car
cars in the
parts in the woods. Yeah, it's
In the
because people.
woods and
Yeah.
Sloper?
There's
Yeah,
like
on
a there's
the
a
black
full
trail.
car.
Yeah, it's because people literally would drive their cars up to like Sloper, like the
Yeah.
back way,
Mhm.
and they would throw a brick on the gas pedal and drive it off
Yeah.
the line.
That's so
Really?
awesome.
Yeah, I like their
Holy-
shitter cars.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they used to do.
Well, that's
A
not
long
awesome,
time
'cause
ago.
That's definitely
A
illegal.
long time ago.
It's definitely illegal to do that.
You can't.
Oh my
I don't think you
I don't
can
think
get up
you get
Sloper
there
the
now.
back way
There's
anymore.
power lines now and shit.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't-
yeah, but there's still like a rock trail.
yeah, but I don't think there's really any like for a car though.
Oh, I don't
It was
know.
way
I don't think you
different
can
back
get a
then.
car
It's
up
way
there
back.
anymore.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Like I was at what's it? It's the one Crescent,
Yeah.
and there were so many cars in the woods, and I have
In Crescent?
absolutely no
Really?
idea.
In Crescent?
What,
Like
past the
hiking,
top?
like way back there, like almost towards the res.
Yeah, way past the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
I've seen
it was
that.
like
That
way,
big, like
I don't even know
it's
how to
just
do
a
that.
single trail.
Yeah,
And
I don't know
like,
how
in
they
the
got
woods.
cars in there. It's
I know
just
what
like
you're talking
smack
about.
dab in the middle of these fat woods. I have no idea how they could.
Damn,
live
you're
there.
way up there.
Low-key.
Yeah,
I've been up
I
there.
hiked there for like an hour and a half, and I saw so many cars and just like
Yo,
broken
see,
things.
Corey was here like 3 minutes ago.
Oh, well, that's not my fault.
I'll go-
All right,
I'll
keep
go-
going.
I'll be
Let's-
I'll be right back.
No, you just have John go get him. We don't
Yeah, I
like
can
him
go
anymore.
So the real question is, how big is this podcast gonna get?
How
Yeah,
big is it gonna get? Well, I don't
Millions of views.
know. I think
With
maybe
you on here, yeah, probably.
I
know.
I don't know, dude. I think we should probably start small.
Start
maybe.
somewhere.
Like maybe
We're
like you
coming
know,
for you, Joe Rogan.
maybe right now, last podcast, not gonna lie, didn't do as well. Looking at all the people
Because
who...
That's
the
okay.
hype was around the first one,
That's true.
but you know.
But, still a little bit disappointing.
Right? Yeah.
Just a little bit.
There's
Well,
a little viewer traffic.
I mean,
in there.
dude, Joe
We're
Rogan's first podcast had to be
good.
like
Right?
nothing.
Exactly. What was Joe? Well,
I mean,
was he big?
He came
before?
from a pretty decent
Yeah,
background.
exactly. He was
though.
big before.
Yeah.
He was, what, an MMA fighter and a comedian before?
Well, the thing about this, like his first comedian show, like
No, probably not. Right? It probably wasn't that crazy, but...
yeah, you know. What
I mean, everybody starts somewhere.
facts.
Even Joe Rogan, beginning of his career, dude. He was
dude worked construction, I think.
really,
Like yeah,
I
he
didn't
was
know
no
that.
life in construction.
really.
Yeah,
Now he's just huge.
and
Yeah.
now he's $100 million.
Huge
100
physically,
million, yeah.
huge financially, huge
Well, exactly.
philosophically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, dude.
Just no hair.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you can't
You can always
beat
fix that though.
That's true.
With
you
money,
could.
you can fix that.
No, how?
You have 100 million. You
Dude,
could definitely
oh
do
my
something.
god, you know what I saw the other day? You guys know Machine Gun Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I saw like on some Instagram account, literally, like his hair.
Oh,
Like he had a fucked up hairline, dude. Like it was so
oh, his
bad.
hairline.
How far back?
Isn't it long too?
It wasn't even necessarily like his hairline. It was just like his hair. It was just fucked up.
Who?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh.
Why? How was it?
That's good, buddy.
It was just like I'm gonna see if I can find it, dude.
Yeah,
Let
see
me
if
see
you
if
can
I
pull up a picture and put it up to the camera.
Up to the camera.
I mean, Seats could edit it in, but I don't want to make
How
it.
did we
do
get
it.
to like talking about like?
It's
NGK?
fine.
No, we were talking about.
We're
like,
talking about Joe Rogan, and then we talked about how he has no hair. And
That
then
is facts.
I was like, Machine Gun Kelly had like a shitty hairline, but he got a hair transplant.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
He had a
Oh,
hair
low-key?
transplant.
Low-key.
How do you get transplant with your hair?
Maybe
Is that where
not.
they like
Probably
suck
did-
blood out and put it in your head?
They cut
No,
off
they
your
actually
scalp.
glue something in your head. I think.
Oh
They
no!
glue the hair in your head.
It's like,
No way.
Oh, you look like that. Dang.
And
Oh,
now he like oh my god, look how far back his hairline was, dude.
Dude, I swear some of my high school subs look like that.
that's bad.
Yeah, probably, dude.
Abby, pull that up.
Freaking
but
house man.
Literally,
Yo, Abby,
dude,
pull it up.
now
you, like,
he
pull
now
that
he
up, like, when
bags
you're,
like
like-
Summer Rae, dude.
Like while you're editing,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That hair transplant.
put that picture up.
I can,
Dude,
I
Dude,
can
all
try.
the celebrities have to.
I'll just have
Yeah,
to
low key
remember.
just waiting for Summer Rae to hop up on Summers Hill.
Oh.
Just saying.
Yo, chill.
Baba
Abby.
Booey,
Baba
dude.
Booey.
Baba Booey, what the?
I don't know, it's too fire to ignore. But
Oh
So
no!
the
know
reason I
that.
said that blood thing is because like Evan does that. He gets blood taken out from other people with hair because he's like having hair loss, and then they put it in his like head.
You probably shouldn't
Evan.
have said that.
Who's Evan?
Why?
What?
Evan?
Yeah,
Who's that?
because he went to our high school. I'm not gonna say his last name, but why?
You just
What is it?
exposed him like that, dude.
Why? I'm just saying.
I didn't know that.
Oh, he said that like publicly, like with like other people, and apparently
Oh,
you
I
just
don't
like weren't there.
We should probably Baba Booey that shit, dude.
Oh my god.
I don't know about that, dude.
Baba Booey for
I don't
sure.
know
But
if I
anyway,
want
that's-
that
that's
information getting out
That's
about me,
that's
bro.
the thing. So it's like
like, honest, like, I don't know, dude.
real problems need real solutions.
that's what I'm saying.
I like-
dude.
You know, that's fine if that's what he's got to do, but I don't know if we should announce that.
No, maybe not.
I don't know why you would announce it in general
Right.
to most people
I wouldn't.
publicly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably just on a Discord.
I mean, back to my earlier point though, like, dude, the market for podcasts has to be so oversaturated.
Oh, it's getting bigger.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like that is true though. Everyone is switching to podcasts. So, I mean,
Well,
we got-
everyone saw, yo, Joe Rogan's huge. Let's do a podcast.
Right.
But
I mean, more people are watching podcasts too, but
that is
I feel like just about every creator is switching to some form
we're
of
not.
podcast. But we're unique.
Right.
We're
Facts.
different.
Exactly.
Well, you know who Jordan Peterson is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was watching this video.
My bad.
That
was mad. That went so fast.
I know, dude.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Talking
go ahead.
here,
I'm
man.
sorry.
My bad,
Oh
my bad.
We're being
This is such a
disrespectful to our
disaster, dude.
guests.
This
Oh
is-
my
Yeah.
god! I'm never coming on
He
again.
comes out of his way to pull up at 10 p.m.
Right.
at 10:40 p.m.
to record this episode.
record this
We're
podcast.
being disrespectful. We're sorry, Ryan. We're sorry.
I'm dead.
all right. Keep going. I'm sorry.
He's a paid actor. Don't worry.
He wishes.
Yeah. What were we even
Now he
talking about?
lost.
Jordan Peterson.
Oh, Jordan Peterson. That's right. Yeah, he made a good point of. I mean, he articulated it way better than I can, but like how the importance of reading, and then podcasts got thrown in the mix of talking, and how like, you can't read a book while you're driving a car, so you turn on a podcast.
That's true.
It's getting huge.
The way
That's
we
facts.
digest information is a lot different now, and I feel like podcasts are in like a pretty unique place, right? Because it can be intellectual, and a lot of times we don't really have the patience or the time to sit down and read intellectual things. But if we just have it on in the background, just running,
That's
Where's
right.
my book?
we absorb a lot of information. And
Book.
No, we actually read.
book,
Yeah.
how to day trade
for a living?
Let's go.
No way. You turning into those forex heads?
No, not.
Yo, they've
I'm not
been
trying
real
to get-
quiet since quarantine,
saying.
dude.
Yo.
Forex has been real quiet since quarantine.
Yo.
Did that like
I'm
what
done.
happened to
I'm
that though?
done. I don't know, dude.
Quarantine?
Yeah, like because they always congregated. Like it was
Oh,
always
yeah, they
a
always
big
got
disaster.
There was always shit on their
I was
stories,
told
dude. and,
it's
like,
some sort of pyramid scheme.
It is.
It is. That's what it
Like,
is.
we're-
Well,
it's
but
not-
here's the
it's not
loophole,
denied.
though. Forex, they also have like a college attached to it or whatever. Not like an actual college, but like
Well,
a
they have
teaching
some learning
course.
It's a
academy.
course. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's a
what you pay
course.
for.
That's technically
So-
what they're selling.
Yeah, that is.
That's
they're selling
technically
the
what they're
course.
selling.
Yeah,
They're
right.
selling the
Yeah.
course.
Right.
But only in person are they explaining to the people that they get that, if you bring someone, you'll have your monthly subscription or whatever,
Reduced.
canceled, reduced. So nowhere online or anywhere on paper are they trying to sell a pyramid scheme. So that's the loophole.
Right.
Right.
They're selling a course.
But like I mean, any
It's
any
not
like
course.
relatively smart individual will understand like what's happening, especially when like
Right.
literally.
That's why all the dumb kids go to
Yeah.
it.
Let's go, Ryan.
I'm just saying.
They're
No.
making profit.
No,
Heads are gonna be pissed when they're
depends-
watching this.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, it depends how you utilize it. Like if you actually pay to go there and learn a little bit, sure, yeah, you might get something
Yeah,
from
but
it.
not what
I
it's-
mean, but like
I know what you're saying. I
Thing
understand.
that
Right.
is probably in that course, you could probably like find it online for free in like YouTube videos.
Well, they also say that they have like a platform for it, which you can't just like randomly get a platform for free for anything.
They think
I
they
mean,
could
like,
just
unless
make
you
a
sign up for it.
yeah. They think they could just make a living off of day trading after going to 3 seminars about
That's just so
something
doesn't
wrong.
talking about day
happen.
trading.
People
You-
who
you-
study this like all throughout college come out and can't make money day trading, and like you think you're gonna make money off
No, I
53
actually
seminars
like
of day trading?
interacted with one of those
Exactly.
like those like forex traders, and they told me that I asked them like how is this different from what I can just like learn by myself through online, and they were telling me that they have like a program that would tell you the optimal trade to make.
So you
and-
couldn't learn that online, so supposedly.
I don't know, cause like that's like it's
That's
up your
cap
alley,
though.
right?
That's
Up
cap.
my alley?
Yeah, cause like aren't you like
Yeah, not forex. Though.
making
different market.
what do you call this?
No, I mean I know I've done research on a
Yeah.
couple different markets. It's just to say it's up my alley is like saying like
Sign up for my pyramid scheme.
an amateur clarinet player is like some expert.
Yeah.
Like it's not even close.
No, cause like
So-
aren't you developing a program, a machine learning program?
I mean it's a little bit on halt.
Okay, but
Because-
like how legit coming from someone who knows like knowledgeable about computer science, like how do you think this kind of like program like holds? Is it legit?
Sure, I think a lot of the things that happen in any market is because the people participating can change the values.
Mm-hmm.
And so the market is supposed to change to reflect the new information that has come in.
Okay.
So most logical people will react in the way you expect based on theory to the new knowledge that has come in. So let's say everyone is using a specific trading pattern to make money. That trading pattern could just be based off of some quantitative figures.
Right.
And a lot of people do that. They say, okay, this indicator is at this value out of 10 or this value out of 1 in combination with this like pattern of price fluctuation. And based on that, you can say, okay, I expect the price to go up, so I'm going to buy now and sell later.
Yeah.
So if most of the people are only factoring in those technical indicators, that's a place where I can say, okay, if I have a machine learning algorithm that looks at all of these technical indicators in relation to the price and the amount of money I can make, then it can very easily learn and say, okay, I've run into this situation before. Now that it's come up again, I can buy and sell as soon as I hit the peak where I expect it to drop again. Obviously, that doesn't work all the time because it's not just technical. It can be stuff like it could be social too.
Right, yeah, but they're taking something that, you know, in theory works, like what you're saying, but they're exaggerating it and making it look like we could essentially predict how this stock or how the market will play out, and these kids who are falling for this pyramid scheme fall for that, and they think it's a get-rich-quick scheme, which, you know, appeals to a lot of people, and it never works.
Quick, never
Dude,
works.
Yeah,
seeing,
and-
like,
and they're
their
making-
Instagram posts.
It never works.
It's
They
such
even-
a pyramid scheme.
People
They're
do it on
making money.
TikTok too. People, it's like get rich quick. It's like, oh, you can take these surveys, you can review these products.
That's
You
why it
can
works.
make, you
It's
can
like
make
that.
quick,
And
easy
people
money,
People will always
and
fall
you don't.
for it.
That's why
You
they're
don't.
still
People will
around.
always
They're-
fall for it.
Yeah,
Because right now everything is get whatever quick. Get
Yeah.
this
It
quick.
doesn't work
Get
like
food
that.
quick. That's
exactly.
why fast food's huge.
We should
Yeah.
turn everything into get long quick. You know what I'm saying?
I
Who
mean,
invited this kid?
it's his house.
Yeah, all right, kid, go away. All right, well, no, what I'm saying is, like, we should just revolutionize, like, doing things right, you know what I'm saying? We should be the starters.
He's
Well,
got the
you can-
answers
You
here,
can do
yo.
things right, but everybody nowadays is looking at like what's the easiest.
Yes.
Facts.
Life,
That's true.
everything needs to be simple, easy.
Have coronavirus.
That's why
happen
social
again.
media has capitalized
Just
on it.
collect
I believe.
unemployment.
Right. And like you said, fast food, it's convenient, it's quick, it's easy.
Right.
That's
so
what people
if you,
want.
If you say you can give me more value with
Kids are mad
half the
lazy.
time, with a quarter of the time,
Mad lazy.
with no learning, I'll do it.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
make money.
Yeah.
You've probably wasted about $20, and now you're lazy and you don't actually want to learn anything because you realize you're not going to get anything out of it.
That's why nobody gets anything that they desire.
Over
now you're down
60
$20 and you don't know anything about forex still.
Hey,
Dude, I think,
So-
like the initial like price to
Your
buy
fault.
into the course, like
Wasn't it like 250?
yeah.
Well, I thought it was 250
It
a
was
month.
250.
It's like a grand.
No,
when I
it
look
was
at
it was like $250 up front to start, and then it was monthly payments of.
You can't even argue that it's not a pyramid scheme because they were making money based off recruitments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what a pyramid scheme
I mean,
is.
okay, it's a smart marketing tool. It's a pyramid. I feel like you can characterize it as only a pyramid scheme if nobody learns anything. If people are learning something, then I guess even if it's a pyramid scheme, it's a valid one.
That's
it's
what I
okay.
said. Like, you know, someone. I don't know if it's a good price or the information they're teaching holds any value, but like I said to Jake, you know, you could go and you could learn some things for, you know, a certain price, and it's not like it's horrible 100% of the time, but I don't know. Just from what I've seen, I'm staying away from
See,
it.
dude, this is
Yeah.
also I saw like the beginnings of some of the lectures or seminars. I'm a little bit skeptical because as soon as I started, they're like, you gotta have this winner mentality. You gotta be blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, just being aggressive and being excited isn't going to make you money. You have to learn something.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay,
It's
this is
disgusting.
really not. This is not it.
There's so many fake gurus, dude. You literally search up on YouTube like one video regarding stocks or anything economic or money or this or that, and dude, for the next 5 weeks on YouTube, you'll get an ad of
Oh, yeah.
some fake
Yeah,
guru
Dude,
like.
they're always listening. They're
Like,
always
I'm not-
listening.
like-
there are
Dude,
those
when
things.
Oh my god.
When Ty Lopez is like, that's just
Yeah.
one thing you need to do to make money. Like me, look at all my cars, look at my house, and he blue balls you with the information all the way through the ad.
And it's all rented.
Yeah.
It's all rented.
And you don't get anything at the end. You don't get anything.
He blue balls. Dude,
I
that is
watched through the
amazing.
entire ad and I get no information. But
And it's like a 4-minute ad.
Fucking
I
Ty
know.
Lopez. Here in my
They're like,
garage.
"Okay,
garage.
Here in my garage.
and they're like, okay, and just as soon as you're about to leave, he's like, but you just got to do this one thing to make the money. I'm like, okay, maybe he's gonna
Okay,
say
what's
it.
that one thing?
He drags it out 30 seconds. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave. But it's this one thing though, so you keep staying.
Dude, if they actually made money off of what they're saying, they wouldn't be trying to get money selling it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
Why would you give
With
away a
anything.
perfectly
Give
good
away your
money winning
secrets.
Why would you
strategy?
give her your secret? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So Ryan,
funny. What's up?
something I just thought of and something you're pretty good at. Conspiracy theories?
Oh shit, dude! Dude, we could talk about like 10 podcasts about conspiracy theories.
That's what I like
Oh,
to hear.
shit. And Eddie Bravo here. Joe Rogan, fucking.
What's the most
Did I talk about
controversial?
do you know about did I talk about the one with the Titanic?
No.
The
No.
first episode?
Oh no.
There's a
What?
conspiracy theory with the Titanic that it wasn't actually the Titanic that sunk.
Oh shit.
What
You don't
was
know
it?
this one?
No.
I saw this shit on TikTok.
Surprisingly.
I saw this shit on
Oh
TikTok.
my
So
God.
who knows?
Uh-oh.
Who knows if it's real?
Uh-oh.
But so basically the Titanic had this sister ship. I forget what the name of it was.
Titanica.
Which
That's
is
not
confirmed,
clever.
right? Which is confirmed.
It had a sister ship, and
Gotcha.
that ship went out on a voyage and came back like hella damaged.
Oh shit.
And so the company didn't want to pay the insurance on it. So what they did was they just swapped the ships, and they like swapped the letters. So like they put the Titanic on the sister ship, and the actual Titanic was named the sister ship, like the other name.
Right.
Yeah.
They swapped the names, and like there's all this stuff that like came out, like the amount of portholes on the side of the Titanic when it left port the day that the voyage that it sunk. It had the same amount of portholes as the sister ship, not the amount that the Titanic was supposed to have.
Uh-oh.
And there was a guy that on his deathbed worked on the Titanic, and he confessed that he was paid to not tell people that they switched the ships.
So you're
That's
telling
kinda
me the
nuts.
Titanic
That is kinda
never
nuts.
really sunk.
The Titanic did not sink. It was the sister ship that was already damaged.
But was it
And-
purposely
But
sunk?
okay, but only one
I
of the
don't know.
ships could invest.
I thought that's where you're gonna go with that. I thought they said they.
I don't
sunk
know
it
if
on
it was,
purpose.
but remember like how the Rockefellers, I don't know if anyone knows, but like the
Yeah,
Rockefellers
yeah.
were like supposed to go.
I
And
think
they,
so.
like
I
a
heard
bunch
that.
of higher ups were supposed to go on the Titanic, and
Oh.
they backed out last minute.
Oh shit.
Like the Rockefellers were supposed to go on the first voyage, they backed out.
Maybe like
Then where's the ship that didn't sink?
It's still around, but it's not the Titanic.
Where?
Maybe they retired it. It's just in like an old boat garage, but it might be still around. I don't really know.
People in the podcast probably so confused.
Corey's here.
Question from the audience, you know.
We have a large audience here.
But yeah, I don't know all
I
the
like that
specifics. It was a
conspiracy.
short 60-second clip on
Yeah.
TikTok, so that's everything I have.
That's
yeah,
kind of.
I think-
that's, that's a very valid research, you know.
They
from
didn't want to
TikTok.
pay the insurance on the ship. I mean, yeah, who knows, bro? It's TikTok. That's why I let off. But like, I don't know. It was still interesting.
Dude, imagine like a TV right there, and you just like look Google stuff on the.
That
that'd
would
so
be
Just put
sick.
the monitor back there.
Bro,
That would be really sick.
Imagine
Well,
a poster
amazing.
right here, dude.
amazing idea.
Imagine if
What?
we had a
I'll be
poster
pulling
right
it up.
here.
Shut up.
Could you imagine?
So, Avi's been taking 3 weeks to write semi-foreign on a
You
poster.
were about to say formally.
I was.
Dumbass.
Okay, no, here's the thing. I really don't feel like going out to get paint.
Okay.
So
I'm telling you, dude. I said this the day that we went over there.
We
Just get
should've just-
stencils. Just get a stencil and just spray paint with a
Bro.
stencil, dude.
but the stencil might not be the perfect size of the letters that we can put down on the paper, though.
So you know what we should have done? We should have wrote the letters before we painted the whole other side
Well,
of it.
now we can't. So
I know.
we can't
Just
use
start
a
over.
I
stencil.
know.
That's all right. That's all right. That's.
I know. I'm just kidding.
So
I think COVID is real though, and what I mean by
no,
that
that's a
is-
conspiracy.
See, no one is saying
COVID's
that
real?
It's not real.
It's definitely real.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's real.
What I mean by that is, yeah, clearly it's real. What I mean by that is like, I don't think it was made in a lab. I don't think it was made to stop Trump or ruin his fucking campaign or whatever. Not his
Yeah.
campaign.
I
his
mean, it did do a
presidency.
pretty good job of that, though.
It did.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think it's just legit. I don't think there's any lucrative plan behind it. That's
You
what I
think
think.
it's just like out there, just like a cold would be? Or
It definitely. I mean, you know,
'Cause
China.
it's
China
a
also,
part-
There's an agenda
China
behind
also
it.
had like SARS come out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember how long ago, but
I
it was
mean,
like another thing.
People forget it's
In a
China.
minute.
Like, have you seen videos of like those, like markets that they have? That,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
pretty bad over there.
just dogs hanging.
The
like,
odds of there not being a disease created
Oh,
are,
yeah.
are lower. than the
Astronomical.
disease being
I feel like a
created.
lot of people, it's just like commonly known that COVID came from a lab, though. Like I feel, or
Well,
like
it,
First-
it technically
first it was the
it
bats.
technically
The
did
bats, that's
because
what I mean.
right they were doing the bat or like what they said where they were working on like the bat in the lab, and then they like sold it on the black market to
Yeah.
like just
Some dude
Get
was
rid
like-
of it?
yeah just some dude that
Ate
sells
it.
meat in a market, and then the dude ate the
You're
the
lucky
bat.
you're
I don't
not
know.
on a carnivore diet.
Who knows if that's really what happened,
Oh,
but that's
man, I'd be
that's
dead.
what they say.
Yeah.
Like
eating
You
bats
can
and
never
shit.
really confirm because no one's gonna like admit to it even.
yeah, no,
They
China's
feel
not
like
gonna
that,
say
no.
anything,
Yeah.
but you know.
They don't want to get in trouble for it.
Well, you got any
Well, they
other
kind
good
of already are,
conspiracies?
aren't they? Weren't we supposed to get money
They
for
were
it?
talking about reparations, but I don't know if anything actually went through because it's not over yet. Like the damage is still being done.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
So you got any other good conspiracies?
Well, no. What's your
I want to hear
favorite
your deepest conspiracy.
Dude, I gotta think.
The Titanic is the only
Oh,
one I can
shit.
think of off the top.
If you want to
of
go
my
in the
head.
shower, you could go think in the shower.
Ah, yup. Damn.
Obviously, there's the whole 9/11 thing.
Oh man, yeah, you
But
could go years
that's-
and years about that.
I don't know if I really
See, I'm
want
not
to get into
knowledgeable about
that.
that.
No,
Dude,
I
it's-
don't want to either. But
Alright,
I
yeah,
watched
no.
I watched a pretty compelling
I've heard a lot about
documentary.
that. Yeah.
But
There's
to actually verify that information, I don't know where you get it from. But
So
who
Bush
was
it wouldn't surprise me.
Bush
honestly.
was reading the book upside down though. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
No,
I've never seen
no one
that
knows.
before.
I don't know what you
No.
mean by that.
Dude, he was in a kindergarten classroom or some young kid's classroom, like when it happened, and like
Oh, when they spoke to him, and then he was like, "Oh, I've seen
yeah,
that
and
before."
you know, Secret Service is always with him, so, you know, he's reading a book to the class, and the Secret Service agent came in, whispered in his ear, you know, told him probably the Twin Towers got attacked, plane hit the Twin Towers, and I sworn there was like a picture taken of him or something, and he was holding the book upside down.
That's so sus.
that is
And like
pretty
people,
weird.
you know, conspiracy theorists like, oh, the book's upside down, like that must mean something, you know?
yeah, that's
Like
true.
I don't know,
Oh, great.
Why is he holding it upside down though?
but aliens. You think aliens are real?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the odds of
confirm it?
aliens not existing is pretty low.
I think there's aliens on this planet.
Travis Parker. You should
You
Why
think
did
they're
they do that?
here?
I
Dude,
think
Travis
they're here,
Parker.
They're at the
I
center.
think they've
You
been
should search
here,
that
dude.
up.
You think so?
Oh,
You ever
yeah.
heard of
Like
his?
No, no, no.
pyramids?
It's a crazy
Come on.
story.
They
They
made that.
say that
Pyramids?
that was completely by coincidence.
What? All the
That
in
The
the
pyramid.
coordinate of the pyramid is exactly like the digits of the speed of light.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh no, Ryan's intrigued.
Oh no!
everyone,
oh no!
everyone says it's just coincidence.
Wait, no, but like,
Dude, there's so much stuff about the pyramids.
weren't
I
they like
know.
all lined up though? Like there
Like
was
the
one
Great
here.
Pyramid, the Great Pyramid, like the
Right,
biggest
So
one.
the great one.
I think it's the latitude line across is exactly the digits of the speed of light.
That's kind of sus.
That's
But
not a coincidence.
They all say
Nope.
that it's a coincidence. Like I was
Nope.
like looking into
Nope.
it, and they like all
I
say
don't
it's a
know.
coincidence.
Exactly.
It's fucking aliens, dude.
Like,
Nope.
Oh yeah,
How many-
I'll
how
pull it
many,
up. I'll put
like digits.
Let's get 'em
See
on.
if we have
Bobby,
the TV
pull that
back
up.
there. You
You're looking
No
at
way.
him.
Bobby, pull that up.
Oh man, that's
But
kind of.
I don't know if this is right though, but like, wasn't there like a bunch of pyramids and like they're all lined up in a row or some shit? I don't know.
I feel like I think I know what you're
What's the
talking about.
purpose of the pyramids in the first place?
Fucking contact
Was-
aliens.
Wasn't it?
Babu Booey,
Right.
man.
I thought it was like
I don't know.
a. Well, at least my thing was. I thought it was like a tomb. Like they like
I
put
don't
their
know.
important leaders like when
Oh
they
yeah,
pass.
yeah.
What about
that's
headstone, though?
Yeah, so
That's the point of the
Stonehenge?
pyramids.
the
but-
thing is, it's the latitude line, and it's one of many latitude lines that passes through the pyramid. So, and the pyramid's huge. I mean, I don't know how, like what the
Deviations.
of the latitude lines, but
I don't know. don't
speed
know.
of light is 299,792,458, and then
That's a pretty.
the
exact
coordinates of
one.
the Great Pyramid is 29.9792458, so exactly the same.
What?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
I
a-
don't know. That's kind of weird.
That's a
But
pretty
all,
strong
everything that I like
correlation.
looked at said it was a coincidence. Like,
Yeah. of
Well,
course
I don't
it's
know
a-
how
it's a
how would you prove it
coincidence.
otherwise?
right, you
Like
really can't.
Yeah. you-
If it's not a coincidence, what is it?
Yeah, that's
And
true.
and if you
Um,
have to prove what it is, it's very
Right.
difficult to do that.
Exactly.
Yep.
But
And it's
Um,
not like the exact point either.
no,
but
but it's like close
it
enough.
passes
I feel
through
like.
it.
What
Yeah.
about headstone though? Is that the name? for it?
Stonehenge?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge.
I don't know, dude.
But
That's
haven't
been
people said
BC,
like I don't know if
bro,
this was
millions of
confirmed,
years
but
ago.
haven't people said like no matter what they were able to like construct back then, like whatever tools or like giant people, ropes, big things, catapult like mechanisms or whatever, they still couldn't like manage to put those
They can stack
heavy things like that.
Them. Oh, let me look it up.
I don't know because
When was it?
you know they had
made?
catapults back then, so I
It's
don't know
tough.
if they could
Each
construct
of
a
those
machine.
blocks. Hold on, let me search.
You know what I
that up.
mean?
But those
Yeah.
blocks are heavy.
Oh,
and they're
dude,
massive.
they're massive.
Yeah.
So my point is, I don't know back then if they had the capability of doing that. Like, I don't know if that's been proven or not.
It was built about 5,000 years ago. You think we have
What's
the
the
tools
fucking
5,000
dude?
years
No,
ago
you're
to do
telling
that?
me. You're telling
Apparently.
no. Listen,
I
you're
don't
telling
know.
me whoever built this thing, they were so fucking bored out of their minds that they put
Alright, they just stack like stones.
like 10 giant stones in a circle, and or like for no reason.
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Yeah, for no reason.
Stonehenge.
I don't
There's
know.
no way that's for no reason.
Well, that
Okay,
can't-
okay.
Dude, they had
I
better
haven't-
things
I
to do,
haven't-
like
I haven't looked into
fucking hunt.
Stonehenge at
I
all.
mean,
Yeah.
Abby's
More
got
than-
to speak.
More than 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks were pushed, pulled, and dragged into place on the Great Pyramid. The average weight of a block is about 2.3 metric tons.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
How
no,
do
the
you
blocks are
move
massive.
2.3 million blocks with an average weight of 2.3 metric
Mad
tons.
heads.
They had a
Into
lot of
place.
people. A lot of people.
Still,
No.
how
I don't think
I don't
even
think
with
you
a
would do
lot
it.
of people,
You
like,
would
how,
need multiple
yeah.
lifetimes to do something like that.
How would you be
They
able
probably
to like
did take multiple lifetimes.
push that without tools?
Or maybe
Okay.
they just lived multiple
So let's say
lifetimes.
Exactly, they could've.
let's say they
Whoa.
even managed to do it, right? Well, I mean, they did do it.
Yeah, they did. They are standing. Yeah.
Right there, bro.
Wait a
Tell you.
Pause.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But why? My question is why? What's
Just,
the point?
I don't know.
Like,
just
don't
Just
they?
to flex.
Shouldn't they be like?
Flex on the Aztecs.
Shouldn't they be like fucking hunting or some shit?
Yeah, you think you're nasty with your pyramids? Look at ours.
Yeah, look at ours.
Look at our stack, bro.
Yeah. Look how we can stack blocks, bro.
Minecraft.
Was there like was there
Minecraft.
any
They were in
like,
creative mode, dude. That's how they did it.
was there
They
any
were
like
flying
explanation
around,
of,
dude.
like, why they made the Stonehenge?
No, there's no. Well,
I
are
don't
they
know
gonna
if there is
ask
an
them? They're all dead. What?
Maybe there's some people like they're
In the scriptures.
yeah
Yeah,
they,
no.
they wrote about it. I don't know.
Nah, there isn't.
John, can you pull up a scripture and try to read it to us?
Yeah,
What
sure.
do you think the odds are that like Earth was previously not populated and then just people came onto Earth and
Nah.
that's how it
100%.
started?
I think.
Oh, I don't
Right?
know.
Dude?
You think people just came?
Telling
What do you
you.
mean? Oh, define. They
I
came
think.
here.
I think.
What do you mean by
evolution.
that?
Like,
Evolution. Yeah,
Pre-
100%.
prior aliens came to Earth
And just
that's
drop
how-
people off?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling
Nah,
you.
definitely
the
what they
pod-
said.
Evolution. I
Okay,
think.
Evolution.
no.
Dude, when
See,
dinosaurs were alive,
okay,
there definitely weren't humans.
the dinosaurs who died from the comet,
Yup,
right, or the asteroids.
yup.
That asteroid was like the pod containing Adam and Eve. Bro. I'm
Oh
telling
my
you.
god. What?
Wow, now we got a lot of
This
different.
This
No,
is
it's
some bro
like-
science shit right
It's
here.
like the
So what? They just walked out.
no, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
the eye
you're
of the
like-
storm, right? If you're in the middle of a hurricane, nothing's happening to you.
So they were in the middle of the asteroid, and they
Asteroid.
just.
I'm telling you.
So they hit everything
from
expanded around
from
them.
like a galaxy far away, there was like an advanced civilization of humans who were like
Is that
at the
copyrighted?
verge of extinction. And
far
We'll have
away.
to check in a galaxy.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Dude, nah.
Do they have
their
lightsabers and
last
stuff?
their last resort was like to send life
Disney's gonna
forms
come after us.
We had.
to Earth.
We weren't here at the birth of Earth.
The birth of Earth.
I don't know.
Definitely not.
We definitely were not here at the birth of Earth.
Humans.
Dude, they found life on Venus.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah,
What'd
like
they
a
find?
week or two. Just small
Couple
small
humans?
microbes.
Oh yeah.
Some baby.
Yeah,
the
like,
that is
dinosaurs.
atmosphere of like Venus is so toxic, and
We're
Yeah, like a
John.
very-
but it's like small little
yeah.
microbes in the ground.
And they're
It's like
chilling.
the hottest.
They're chilling, yeah, they're blowing
planet,
up.
bro.
But
No
that
one
could
live there.
mean in a couple millions of years
Yeah,
we
no,
have a very similar
Simulation.
Simulation.
population.
It's all
of
We
simulation.
live in a
organisms.
simulation.
yeah.
All simulation.
We have
We're
Can you
all
prove
in.
otherwise?
toxin-resistant
that we don't
dinosaurs on
live
Venus.
in a simulation.
We're all in a
Exactly.
live Valorant
And we have
game.
megamines on
Yeah.
Earth, you know?
Exactly.
If we're
dude.
even on Earth anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
dude,
think
stop.
we're gonna be on Earth for like
I was
the next
actually watching
hundreds of
something
thousands of years.
very
No.
I was actually watching something very interesting. Have any of you ever heard of Eric Weinstein or Weinstein?
No.
Yeah.
Eric Andre?
Yeah.
That's the guy that like
Who?
is in the cold, right? He can like in the cold water.
No, that's
No.
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof. Oh, okay.
Eric Weinstein is like super intellectual. He's super intelligent. So he said one of the interesting things that like we don't talk about is we always assume that the speed of light is the fastest we can travel. But he's saying, why do we give ourselves limits and not even consider the possibility of going beyond that? Like Albert Einstein set
Right.
these principles a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
and not much has been done to see if we can push past those and create new rules for ourselves. So I mean, there is a chance that we can move faster than the speed of light, and if we can move faster than the speed of light, technically, we're time traveling.
Well, stop.
How about
dude.
some
It's just trying to understand what we don't comprehend yet. You know.
Exactly.
People literally like a couple of years ago, like they come back and they like claim to be time travelers. They, like, make
I'm a
this
time
prediction.
traveler,
Anyone
dude.
can make that
Bro.
claim,
Right,
But you
right.
just need. I mean, if they can present something like hard evidence that they are actually time travelers, then I would believe
Time
it.
traveling
But
is not.
Well, they
yes.
made predictions and like I don't know if any of them came true, but
See,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure time traveling actually requires like a physical device to push you somewhere or put you somewhere.
Dude.
So if they can't
uh,
show you how they got here,
But here's the thing, though.
then they probably didn't time travel.
With time traveling, I definitely don't think it exists. But even if it did,
It
you know
does.
how many like things could happen, like butterfly effect, like.
Yeah, I'm talking about time dilation, not like time travel itself.
Deja vu.
We were talking about something earlier.
Oh God.
You
Deja vu.
were talking about butterfly effect, and
Yeah.
that kind of brought up to me or I started to think about like how we were talking about like predeterminism
Oh,
Right.
not
and how
disagree.
like everything that happens is meant to happen, and there's no way that you can
Yeah.
possibly avoid it.
So if you're watching this podcast right now, like everything that you have done your
Has
entire
led you
life
to
has
watching
led
this
you to watch this
podcast.
podcast.
That's amazing.
It's a
Wow.
rather sad culmination of events. I'm sorry, but your time on Earth has culminated to watching this podcast.
But it's something to think
But
about.
now like and subscribe if you're here, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're saying everything
It's like a domino effect.
Because think about it,
everything's
right?
meant to
So
happen?
If
Yeah.
we start with a big bang and something like if I start with some sort of force in some direction with a certain
Right.
magnitude.
It
Hang
can
on,
only
hang
move
on, I
that
cut you
way.
off really quick. So you're saying everything's meant to happen. So that goes against the argument of people saying like, what humans do aren't natural. Like we make nukes, that's not supposed to happen. That's not nature. However, we're a part of nature, so those are a product of nature. So that's technically meant to happen. You know what I mean?
I see what you're
Well,
saying.
okay.
That's in
here's
line
the
with
thing, though.
predeterminism that everything.
I think I want
It's
to
in a
try
line.
to draw a distinction, and we'll see if you guys can understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
So everything is predetermined because if there's one universal event, then each time frame determines the next one.
Yeah.
And you can't avoid the transition from time frame to time frame because you have to think about it like it's a logical step forward.
Mhm.
Like if
Something
I step
has to
forward,
happen before.
if I put my
right?
foot once, like in
and
front of
effect.
my other foot,
Yeah.
that is a step. I
Yeah.
can't call that anything else but a step,
Yeah.
right?
Stride.
A walk.
Something a stride,
That's right.
Yeah.
synonym. But
Antonym.
so everything has to follow what happened before, based off of this one universal event.
Mhm.
Now, if there are multiple universal events, then we can say, okay, there's a little bit of play because these are independent events. But even then, we look at two frames coming into contact with each other, and we can expect what the next frame should be. So in that sense, everything is predetermined. But we have this very unique, because even everything that happens inside of your head is just like a series of chemical collisions. So something external has to trigger the internal in order for you to think something.
Right. Yeah.
But that
of course.
external thing that triggers that internal thing was caused by another external thing.
Right.
Right?
And that recurses all the way back up to
Big
the
Bang.
universal event, Big
basically.
Bang.
It's
So-
nice to think about. It's crazy.
That is true.
But
Yeah.
if we think about it, if you don't consider you as having free will in this lifetime, then you can't actually go about doing anything meaningful, and your quality of life will suck.
So does that relate to
Because-
the law of attraction, or no? That sounds similar.
Law of attraction.
What is the law of attraction?
Like
You
in
know
what
what that
sense? Like psychologically between humans, or like
Yeah. So you're
mass?
saying like what you just said about free will, like, you're saying something like if you don't think of it, or what were we saying about that?
Yeah, if you don't like treat yourself as having free will, you're not going to have a good life.
So he's gonna
Like
have,
if you just think of everything like
it's gonna
as
happen.
being predetermined, like if you think of it that way, you're not gonna have a good
There's
life.
just like no
you have
way.
to think
There's
about
no
it as
point.
like, oh yeah, I can do this, this, and this. Like
Yeah, you have the
nothing.
ability to change.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's
Okay,
meant
I
to
got you.
happen.
Because
I'm just gonna- I'm
otherwise-
just gonna fail this.
I
Like,
got
shit,
you.
you know what I
Otherwise,
mean?
nothing
Like,
will happen, right?
I got you.
Because in the short term, because we can't see the big picture, right now it looks like we're experiencing everything firsthand, and it's rather spontaneous.
Exactly.
So based off of that,
But you see the problem with determinism though. Predeterminism is that, let's say it's been proven. Okay, let's say it's a fact that everything is a linear series of events, right? Based on our like justice system though, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. But if say something in the next few years, based on predeterminism, we found out somehow that Ryan's gonna kill Abby, right?
No.
damn.
Right? But like, because we know that fact, can we imprison him? Because
We
in the
know.
next
That's never
season-
gonna happen though. 'cause
right?
That's essentially saying you could look into the future, which is not gonna ever be possible.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
It could be possible,
Could be possible. Yeah.
but here's the thing.
But if it was
The amount of-
possible, then we
the
could
amount
do
of
it right
tech-
now.
The amount
know
of
what I'm
tech
saying?
you would no. The amount of tech you would need to actually come to the if we have to imprison you ahead of time, we have to know exactly how it happens. So all of the things that affect you could come from an infinite number of variables. So if we build a machine that says, okay, Ryan's going to kill me in a couple years, then we have to factor in literally every single variable coming from everywhere. And we're talking about building a machine that considers an infinite number of variables. I don't think that's possible.
Right. Well,
So,
and let's say time travel did exist. If time travel is going to exist like a million years in the future, that means it exists right now. Because that person with a time machine or however they got back to
But
the
this was explained
past.
in Avengers, bro. Like Endgame.
No, you know what I'm saying here though?
I know what you
Like
mean.
But-
ti-
you know what I'm
if
talking
time
about?
travel exists, it will always exist because let's say a caveman
Makes sense,
is sitting in his cave, right? They have no technology at all. But someone time travels back to
that period.
that
but,
period.
Like,
That means it exists
I know what
right
you're
there with
saying.
that caveman.
but the thing is, like, if you time travel from the future, you going back to the past is the new future. It becomes the new. It's an extension of that future.
So it
You
creates a new
don't
timeline.
technically go back in
Creates a
time.
new timeline, but in that timeline, time travel exists now. So you could go to any timeline, which means in every single timeline, time travel has always
I
existed.
understand what you
I
mean.
know
See,
what you're
I know
saying.
I
what
get
saying.
kind of confused by this because I see time travel as just like
A one shot.
a perception, like sight.
Oh.
Because if we're saying moving faster than the speed of light is
Time
time
dilation.
travel, then time travel is just you seeing something that happens ahead of time now.
Right.
So that
That's
just
why we
means
see stars that
you
could be
move
dead.
forward to
Right.
to an array of light, like light. What's it called? What are they called again? Light particles,
Photons.
photons. You moving forward to a place where you can see
Muon.
Big
photons from a time ahead of you.
Yeah.
I'm copying it.
So- I don't know. I think that kind of makes it trippy because time travel indicates some sort of like change in location.
It's entirely possible.
I think so.
Yeah, change in
no one's denying
environment,
the fact that it's possible.
But time travel is really just you seeing something that happened.
So you're
before.
seeing it in.
So
in a
someone
way
time
that-
traveled and created
it's
COVID.
time
and
is
used
being
a philosophy.
dilated,
Question too.
right?
Yeah.
So like when let's
Yeah,
say
10
this
minutes.
this experiment where two people like
Oh.
went around the world,
How much longer we got?
in let's say in a jet,
8 minutes.
and then let's say
Usually
someone
at the
was
end of each
stationary.
segment, we do a philosophy
They're
question.
they're gonna they're
How
gonna
long do we
feel
go
they,
for?
they're gonna experience
How much
time
longer?
way differently than
like 10
one
minutes.
that's moving forward.
We're like 50
In a sense, their perception of time is different.
See, but here's the thing though. If time travel, the way I'm understanding it right now is if time travel is just you seeing something visually that happened before or that happens after, then can you be killed by a sight?
Oh
Can you be killed by the photons?
no.
Because if you like the classical interpretation of time travel has been like I move back in time to a point where I can interact with everything that's there, like time travel back to the time of dinosaurs and now they can kill me, you know. But is that actually
Oh,
if I'm time traveling based on the way that you know
see what
now
you
how it
mean.
is? Can I be killed? Can I still be killed by time traveling? I don't know if you can.
So you're saying that
I mean, when you're messing with
I
time,
don't know, dude. It starts to get wacky.
Is this your point? So
there's
let's
just
say
infinite possibilities.
That's true.
let's say I have like
Whoa.
the source of light from the time when the dinosaurs were alive, and
Yeah,
you,
the
and,
source
and you
of life,
move
what does that
way
mean?
past that source and you view it from an
Oh.
external view. You know what I'm talking about?
You probably won't be killed.
Because light travels at a certain speed, 200
3 times 10 to the 8th
meters per second.
Latitude of the
Right.
pyramid. Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
let's say
exactly.
let's say it's just us like viewing a dead star, right? Let's say you were like past that point where that
It's alive for us
with
right
that
now.
frame of light is traveling, right?
Yeah.
If you race past that, you can see dinosaurs still alive. You know what I'm talking about? Let's
But
say
you can't be
fo-
killed by it because it's just a light.
is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, I get your point. Yeah. That's
God
interesting.
damn.
Because you could view something
This is, like,
if
Kind of
theoretically if you could travel
it's
like
kinda a
way
philosophy,
past the
like,
speed of
whole
light,
section here.
that
I
would have
know.
been
It's like the same thing.
We gotta add footnotes, dude. That take a lot of editing time. But
I gotta
you know what I mean?
take a piss.
Yeah. All right,
But-
so you do your philosophy segment, but we've kind of had a very long philosophy segment already.
I mean, this could be grouped under like, you know, theoretical science.
Okay, well we had a theoretical science section. So Ryan, I don't know if you know, but like the past two, we've done like a philosophy question at the end of it. It
Yeah.
takes like 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
We just kind of talk about it. So, and Abby usually picks a question. I don't know. I have a list of hard philosophy questions right here.
Shit.
Do you want to pick one this time?
Hell yeah, let's go.
I mean, I could
Do
I
it.
could go through a couple. Well, one.
Oh, I like that one.
Which one?
Which is more important,
The-
to be
when we
respected
talked
or
about
liked?
Predeterminism. My philosophy homework last week was the exact question that you were asking.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, which exact question?
Is it worth like living a moral life if everything is already predetermined? Like, how would you even do it, or like if it's possible? Like, that was literally my philosophy homework.
We could do that.
That's
The
crazy.
exact same question.
You want to do
Do
that?
we want to just continue talking about that?
It's up to you.
I
or
feel like we
could do
covered
something
all
What was
that.
the other question you're about to ask?
Well, I didn't really have one, but
Oh.
Josh said.
Oh, honestly, that's like something we did in like 10th grade.
What?
That there was like a king, and is it more? Oh no, that was feared or loved. Is it more important? Is it like for like a leader to be feared
liked-
or loved?
I liked what are dreams and why do we have them?
What are
Dreams are DMT, bro.
Yeah, what are dreams?
Frogs.
What are
Dreams are
and why do we
DMT.
have them?
Happened to me once. This is kind
I think feared or loved. I think is interesting. What do you think?
Would you rather be?
If you were king, rulers,
This
emperor,
philosophy?
whatever, would you rather be feared or loved?
I think that's
Probably
the question.
feared.
Feared. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why?
Like Hitler?
I disagree.
I don't know if
I
Hitler was
disagree.
feared.
Because listen,
You think he was
Ev-
loved?
Feared by Jewish people, maybe.
But
He
you
was.
think he was loved?
He was both. It was both. It wasn't one or the
this
other.
is my take on this.
Yeah, Machiavelli. This is what Machiavelli said.
I'm the prince of the city.
Study
What?
Machiavelli. Yeah,
Oh.
exactly. Is it
Alright,
better
go.
to be for a leader to be feared or loved?
I
That's
think
what it-
I feel like I've heard that question
so.
before.
As a
yeah, we
as
did
a
it in
person,
like 10th grade.
Yeah,
English.
remember.
it's objectively impossible to be 100% liked by every single person. Just a fact. You're gonna find someone who dislikes something about you. So then you could say that every leader, whether it's a dictator, president, king, whatever, has been hated to a certain amount, right? But I think every good leader there has ever been in this earth has been loved, right? If you're a citizen of a country and your leader is doing good things for you,
Mhm.
improving your life, you're not going to hate him, you're not going to fear him. That just doesn't make sense. So as a leader, if you're feared, what are you doing to cause that fear? Probably not something good. So what's logical about wanting to be feared?
But
You know,
let's say
the thing-
let's say everybody you were leading though was like blind sheep, right? They have no idea where they want the state of the country to go.
Okay.
They have no idea about anything.
Okay.
All you have to do, you can choose to keep them in line one of two ways. You can choose to keep them in line through fear, or you can choose to keep them in line through love. Which of those is preferable to you?
I feel like love could just take a bad path.
Yeah, I feel
But-
I feel like
like,
if,
but-
you're,
but-
if you're
I
in
feel
love,
like
you could
feared-
easily get
That's kind of
pushed
veering
over.
off.
Right.
You know
That's
what I
kind
mean?
of veering
That's
off
what I'm saying,
the original question. Now you're asking me, that specific hypothetical question.
No, I'm just saying, let's say
No.
you were actually doing good for the people. Just you
Yeah.
decided to discipline through fear rather than...
sense, but
I think.
How about a hybrid? What do you think?
no.
Well,
that would be ideal.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a hybrid would
30
be.
But if
miles
you had
per
to choose
gallon?
one or the other,
I feel like fear is the best.
I
yeah,
feel like
because
fear
if
is
you take
definitely-
love, right, people, if you are not like you're a king, like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be like hands down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if people feel like they can push you around, then they're just gonna push you around. And how can you get pushed around when you're the king? So it's like
Yeah, I feel
people,
like
if
you're in love,
people,
people just want to do whatever they want.
exactly. So if people just look at you like you're like you're the ruler, you know.
But here's the
they're not
thing,
gonna
though.
mess with you.
It's an impossible question to ask because if people fear you, right, that means they don't want to do anything to mess with you because then they know they'll suffer the consequences.
exactly.
Right, exactly.
That's
what
why
it
it
is.
would be
That's
better to
why
be
law
feared.
No, I
enforcement
understand
work
what
when you
you
fear
Right,
somebody.
but that's
You
just
know,
an impossible
being
hypothetical.
feared doesn't necessarily
guess
mean
that-
you're
I
a
know
bad
type
leader.
Right.
It just means people want to mess with you,
Well,
and that's what you want as a leader.
being feared too, like it could just like ruin like communication in general. Like people might not even want to like speak to you, and like then you wouldn't even have like communication.
Well,
throughout
I
your-
know it's a hypothetical, so basically,
I'm going to throw something out
I don't
there.
know. I don't know.
I
man.
feel like it's actually better to be loved as a leader
Oh my god, this
I don't
kid.
think so.
because here's the thing, right?
Let him speak.
It's
know.
easier to turn people against you if you're feared than it is if you're loved.
Yeah, it's
For example, let's say someone else comes up and says, "I have the manpower to take down this person you've been fearing your entire life." As soon as people
yeah,
have
it's true.
as soon as people have hope, they will switch over to the other person, you'll go down.
true.
But if you're loved, I mean, it doesn't mean discipline
They'll die
doesn't
for
exist in a world of love. It just means that people are willing to do so much for you because you've done so much for them. And I think that sort of mutual relationship as
Think it's
someone's
beneficial?
ruler or someone's king is, I think it's a lot, it goes a lot more distance.
Yeah, I
than
can't rebuttal
fear
that.
does.
He's right. I can't rebuttal that.
Well, you can have a mutual relationship and still fear someone. Like you're taking fear as like a negative thing and saying that just because you fear someone, you can't have like a good relationship. Like you can be feared and still be a good leader. Like you could still have people work with you.
You can be friends with your manager,
Exactly. Like
but you don't want to mess
you
with
might
them.
exactly like you could be scared of your boss at work, but like you're still gonna be cool with them, like and like that stuff. But you just don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, but I'm also much more likely to be a lot more efficient, a lot more communicative with someone who I love rather than who I fear. You know, I'm much more willing to reach out to
Right,
that person.
but you're saying that as a perspective,
Put your finger like
as
that.
a citizen, you would rather be ruled by someone you love than someone you fear, which is why from the leader's perspective, it's better to be feared than loved.
Well, okay, your concern is that if the people love you, then they'll have an easier time taking advantage of you,
Yeah,
Yes.
which I think
That's-
is fair.
right.
But I don't think an environment of love is one where discipline doesn't exist. It does. It's just people are willing to do more for you because they love who you are as a leader.
So you're saying a country where they love their leader would be more productive than the ones being feared.
Right.
Not necessarily.
Well, I think a really good example of this is North Korea. North Korea, most of the people who are there love their leader because
Do they?
a
Yeah,
lot of
they're brainwashed.
yeah, because they're brainwashed into
yeah,
doing
They
it.
kind of have to.
They really do love their leader. They'd be willing to do anything for their leader.
Yeah, exactly.
That's super effective. It's only a small proportion of the people who realize this is what's going on in other countries and we're being treated like total shit.
Well, I feel like
Right.
most people
Wait,
in
you
the
guys can
U.S. would like
speak?
fear him though. You know what I mean? Like
Huh?
that's like people like that live here would fear. Well, I feel like would fear him because like he's doing so many like.
Oh
things.
yeah, that's
But again,
you know what I'm talking
you're
about. Though.
taking
This is a very
yeah,
specific
you're taking
example.
fear as like a
Like
negative
yeah.
thing.
It's
Right,
not.
I know, I get it. I see what
Fear
you're
is
saying.
It has to be-
definitely- it's
it has to
necessary.
be
Can
like
we
a
just
neutral
agree-
plane, you
Can
have
we
to-
just agree that it's necessary to be feared?
Yeah, you need
It's
some sort of
necessary to be
discipline.
feared.
There's
It
a
is.
vast difference between
You-
Because
hating
how
and
are you going to
fearing.
impose your laws if people are not afraid to suffer the consequences?
I think fear of discipline is something you should have. Fear of ruler isn't something you should though.
Everybody
Yeah.
fears discipline.
Yeah, facts.
And that's good enough for me. If you love your ruler but fear the discipline that comes, then
I'll be for president.
that's
But
good.
see, that's what I'm saying.
Obviously
Like
intellectual today.
you
Look,
can
Jesus.
have fear without love, but you can't have love without fear. As a leader.
It's such a process in my brain what you just said, so let me think about it.
Dude, I'm tired. I don't even know anymore.
Did I say it backwards?
Yeah. I'm
Say it
pretty
again.
I did. You like what you're saying is
sure. Total
You
loss.
said-
I think you said it backwards.
yeah, I
don't
think
know
I
what
did.
to
I'm
say.
realizing now. I think I said it backwards. Like
Okay.
you're saying that you would want to be loved, but your people should still have fear of discipline.
Yes.
Mhm.
So in order to be a successful king, you're saying that you should be loved, but you should also have a fear aspect. But what I'm saying is you could be an effective king just by having the fear and no love.
Yeah, I get it.
So you're saying
Aw, man.
being
Love
feared
needs
takes
fear, but
care
fear
of
does
both.
not need love.
But some, I mean, yeah, that's true. But
It's hard. Both
I
sides.
don't know. I feel
both
like
sides are-
Yeah,
a
it could go
relationship.
either- it
Hybrid,
could go
bro.
either
I
way.
feel like a relationship built
No,
on
hybrid
fear
is ideal. That's
brittle.
but that's what you're saying is a hybrid.
I think if you take
Kind
a
of.
king,
Right,
Yeah.
that's what which would be ideal. I agree.
I
But
think
if you had
this
to pick
is-
one or the other, I think
Yeah.
fear is
I think this is what breaks it down, or what it boils to. If you have two kings, one where all of his people fears him, and the other one where all of his people love him. I mean, just my opinion. I think they both have pros and cons, but they both can come to produce, the same. I don't know. They
the same change.
right
Actually,
exactly.
I think the change would happen faster in a kingdom where people love their ruler.
But
Would
then
that-
you
is
can
that
make an
true, though?
argument though for
I
fear
think so.
because
if you don't
he's
do this
so
if you don't
scary.
do this
Yeah.
quick, then you're gonna get punished.
and you're so scared, so you work harder for your life.
Like when you
I
love someone,
guess.
that means you have like a mutual feeling towards each other, so you're able to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
So if people don't do stuff like, oh yeah, I'll forgive you for
It's
that.
just not a
But
realistic
if you have
question,
fear,
Yeah.
if you have fear, like get this done now, or you're gonna face consequences. You know,
That's
And
fair.
that's
though. Yeah.
let's get the job
It's a
done.
tough-
Or, like,
it's a tough
decision,
question. That's
but-
why it's a philosophy question. It's not.
But yeah, that's I think that's our segment on philosophy fun with the PH. But you know,
How nice is that?
Yeah, we're all tired as fuck.
thanks for
Baba Booey.
thanks for
Baba
tu- thanks for tuning in for our third episode of Semi Foreign. Hope you enjoyed it. Like the video, subscribe, comment if you guys want to talk about something.
We need
next
some
week.
outro music. Edit it in.
Alright, that's
No
enough.
way. Alright, that's
Big
enough.
thank you to our guest Ryan.
Of
Thanks for
course,
coming out,
of
dude.
course.
I love you, Ryan.
Let's go, Ryan.
Yes, sir.